What's up YouTube? I'm Zach Olshafer, welcome to my channel if you're new, and in this video today, I'm going to be opening up a lot of, I think 15 phones that I bought from eBay. I paid about 50 bucks or 60 bucks for this, around there. So let's take a quick look inside, the reveal. And we got a decent amount of phones. Like I said, I think there's 15 in here, all different brands. I'm not sure if any of these work. These are untested, sold to me for parts, so I'll have to test them myself. So let's get these all out and test them one by one. Okay, so the first phone that I pulled out of the box is this Samsung Galaxy S3. It's blue. It's kind of sticky on the back, a little dirty. I don't know if you could see that, but doesn't look like it has any cracks. I'm just gonna look off screen and see if it has any hairline cracks. Doesn't look like it does. A couple smudges and stuff, but let's get this plugged in real quick and see if it works. Okay, so I got the charger. Let's get this plugged in. Wrong way. There we go. Let's see if it turns on at all. Let's see, I think the battery's in here. Take that off. And the battery's in here. Doesn't look like it's bubbled or anything. I'm gonna just leave this plugged in for a couple minutes and then we'll come back to it. Okay, so it's been a couple minutes at this point and it's not turning on. I'm guessing it has a bad battery. I mean, it's a pretty old phone, so it's not surprising, but I'll have to wind up getting a new battery for this, and then I could always test it in another video. So let's move on to the next phone. The next phone is the Samsung Galaxy J7, I believe is the model. Let's just get this back off and see what the battery's looking like. Big battery. Looks fine. So I think that's the J7. I think like just the base model, maybe the Pro. I forget the different names. I know there's like 4 different versions of each like model. I don't get it. Whatever. Let's get this plugged in now and see if it turns on at all. Okay, so it's been a couple minutes at this point now. I'm gonna just try to power this on really quick. And there we go. Oh, it's the J7 Perks. That's the name of this. Wasn't sure if it was going to turn on because it has all the damage up here, but it's a good sign. Let this boot up really quick. Samsung logo right there. Oh, sorry, couldn't see that. Love to see it. Looks like there's like some lines in the, maybe that's just fingerprints, I don't know. But there we go. Let's see if this loads up. Okay, so it's on now. It keeps going off with the like assistive touch thing. Yeah, like that right there. And I have to hold it at this angle because if I turn it like that, you can't really see it too well. But as you can see, there's cracks all through here. But I'll have to unlock this on my own because I'm sure this is probably Google Lock. Why it's just reset to this screen. So yeah, one of the phones works so far. Pretty good. Okay, so this is the third phone that we got out of the box. The Samsung Galaxy S6. It's gold. Actually, really like the look of this. Looks really clean. Let's get this plugged in. There we go. I'm just gonna let this. Okay, so I've let it charge for a couple minutes and let's see if it powers on or shows any signs of life at all. Doesn't seem like it is. Doesn't look like there's any cracks or anything. Looks pretty clean. But I could always leave this charge for a little bit longer, but for now, I'm gonna say that this is another broken phone, but maybe there's an issue that could be fixed. It could have a bad battery, who knows, but that's the third phone, and let's get on to the fourth. Okay, so the next phone that we got is this iPhone 5C in white. Doesn't look like there's any cracks or anything. But I looked back on the eBay listing that I bought this from, and it said that this iPhone was locked to iCloud. I'm still going to turn it on, see what pops up, see if it actually does turn on, because I could still sell this for parts even if it's locked. Oh, turned on right away. Wow. And yeah, iTunes, so I'm guessing they tried to reset this, but they couldn't. So yeah, this will probably go in the parts pile, or I'll just sell this as is. So let's get on to the next phone. Okay, so the next phone out of the box is a Samsung Galaxy Note. I think it's the Note 6. The back is all cracked, obviously, so it doesn't say it, but I'm assuming this one probably isn't gonna work since it's so beat up and the battery slightly bulging out and it's kind of like a cushion. It's pretty soft, you can kind of push it in, but I'm still gonna plug it in for like a little bit at least, see if anything happens. I'm sure it won't. I think this is a dead one. I might try to fix the battery issue. I might try to replace this in a future video and put a new back on, but we'll have to see. You could stay tuned for that if you want to see that in the future. Let me know in the comments below. Okay, so it's been a minute or two, and let's see if this turns on. Big cracks all through here. See it from like a certain angle. There we go. And yeah, I'm gonna say this one's a dead one also, but might try to replace the battery in a future. Okay, so the next phone is this Nokia flip phone. I really like the look of this. I don't know, I think it's just like, for being a flip phone, it just like looks like so like new, especially for Nokia. But let's see if this works. Get this plugged in really quick. And like most Nokias, I'm assuming this will work. I have to get the Type-C charger real quick. Okay, so I got the charger. Let's just get this plugged in. Usually these flip phones, the lights will pop on pretty quickly if they work. So let's just see, hit the power button. Oh, buzzed, there we go. Enabled by KaiOS. See, does anything pop up on here? I'm not sure if it's supposed to, maybe once it turns on. So we'll just wait for that to, just wait for it to turn on. Nokia logo right there. Little chime, track phone logo. Okay, and there we go. I know it might be hard to see the screen from this angle. Hold it like that. But let's see. Does anything turn on? And it does. This screen does work, so that's good. Love to see it. So we do have a working phone out of this lot. Or actually, we have two, obviously. We had the other one, the J7. Almost forgot about that. But yeah, so let's get on to the next phone. Okay, so the next phone they have here is this really beat up T-Mobile, I believe it's called a Rev 5G, something like that. I think this might be the Plus model, but pretty clean back, some scratches, but the front is completely destroyed, all cracked. I'm gonna plug this in. I doubt this will work since it's so beat up, but let's get this plugged in. See if anything happens. Show you more up close shots of all the cracks. Let's, the power button, I always forget. Okay, this is the power button. See if it turns on or shows anything. Because it should have a battery symbol if it is alive, or something should pop up hopefully, but it's not looking like it. So this could also be a future video. I could always try to replace the screen and that could solve the issue. So also let me know if you want to see that down below. And let's get to the next phone. Okay, so the next phone in this lot is this Samsung Galaxy S3 in purple. I also really like this purple on this phone. It looks really nice, but pretty dirty and beat up. The front is obviously all cracked too. And there's no battery in here, I don't think. It was way too light. Let's see. Yeah, no battery. So that's another dud, but this one, I mean, I doubt this would work just because since how fragile these screens are and how destroyed this is, I'm sure this is just a garbage for parts phone. So I'll make back some of the money on this lot with this, a couple bucks maybe, or I'll just toss it in a bigger lot. But let's get to the next phone now. Okay, so the next phone that we got is a Samsung Galaxy Note 2. Missing the stylus here, but let's get this plugged in, see if it works. Okay, so we got this all plugged in now, and this one does have a battery. I can feel it. So let's just wait a little bit, see if it turns on. Okay, it's been a couple minutes now. Just gonna test this and see if it turns on. Seems like the case is a little loose. But does not look like it's gonna power on for us. So another dud in the pile. Not too bad though. All these phones still have value. I could sell them for parts or in a big lot still, so I'm chilling. Then we have this LG flip phone. I've sold a bunch of these in the past. They go for like 10, 15 bucks. Usually they sell pretty quick. Most of the time they work. I've gotten a couple in the past that don't work, but let's see if that stays true with these. Usually, like a lot of other flip phones, they'll turn on pretty quickly if they work. But flip this open. Hit the power button, see if anything happens whatsoever. It's not looking like it's going to turn on instantly. I'll let this sit for a couple minutes and then we'll come back to it. Okay, so it's been a couple minutes at this point now, and let's test it again. See, the keyboard is pretty like dusty too. I don't know if it's picking that up on the camera, but try this again and see. Holding it down. Does not look like it's gonna work. Another dud, but this will go in a big pile of parts phone, so that's fine. Let's get to the next phone. Okay, so now I got another Samsung Galaxy. This one is the J3 model. Let's get this plugged on in. And this one seems pretty clean. Some marks on the screen. Doesn't look like there's any cracks or anything. The battery's in here. Back's a little bit like sticky, but that's fine. Clean it off pretty quick. Okay, I let this sit for like 5 minutes to see if it turns on. Let's see, hitting the power button. Does not look like it's turning on for us. That's a shame because this is pretty clean. I don't know, there might be mini cracks in this. I can't tell. I don't see any. So I'm guessing maybe the battery's completely dead. So I might test this on my own time with other batteries that I have. And I could always see and I could update in the comments. But let's get to the next phone. Okay, so this is one of the last couple phones that we got, and it's one of the bigger ones in this lot, which is one of the main reasons I bought it. This is the Samsung Galaxy S21 Fan Edition, I believe. And if you notice, this is all sticking out, which is because the battery is puffed out. Oh, it just comes right off, I guess. Oh, I guess somebody took this off already. I don't know if there's any cables on here. No, there's not. Okay. But yeah, the battery is very puffy. I'm sure you guys can hear this. If you don't know about electronics, batteries are not supposed to sound like this and bounce back at you. Okay? So I'm not even going to plug this in. I'm not even going to try it because I know it's not going to work. And I just don't feel like that's safe to do. There's no point in it. But I'll definitely in another video be replacing the battery in this, so keep your eyes out for that. And let's get to the next phone. Okay, so now we have this black iPhone 7. As you can see, the back is completely destroyed and is being held together by tape. So I don't know how this one is gonna be, but the front seems fine. There's a screen protector on it. If this does work, I'll obviously take this off before I sell it because I just don't like selling phones with screen protectors on them. But let's get this plugged on in and see if it powers on. Okay, so it's been a couple minutes now at this point. Oh, and it just turned on as I started recording this. So let's see if this is unlocked or not. The description only said the iPhone 5C was locked to iCloud. So, not sure. iPhone unavailable. try again in 5 minutes. And there's a passcode on it, it's locked. I'm assuming this one is also going to be for parts because iCloud lock, you can't really do anything about that, but still cool. iPhone 7. There's some parts in here that I could sell, so, you know, win's a win, you know, take profit where you can get it. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. We got a couple good phones out of this that did work. Most of these didn't, though. You know, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. That's fine, but in the future, I'm going to make videos trying to fix some of these, like this one. This T-Mobile phone needs a new screen, most likely. This Note 6 needs a new battery, I'm assuming, since it's puffed out. And then this other, the S21 FE needs a new battery. So all these can possibly be fixed, or at least some of them might be able to. So stay tuned for those videos in the future. If you like this video, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos in the future. Stay blessed.